It begins with fear residing within a boy as he lies in bed. He accidentally breaks his potty because of it. This makes him come to his parents. Now his father, Salvador, has to escort the boy outside to use the toilet. He carries a shotgun with him. The area must not be safe. While the boy is in the toilet cabin, he peeks out to look at a post out in the field. We are left to wonder what it means. In the morning, the boy, whose name is Diego, holds a rabbit. His dad encourages him to, but Diego struggles to do it, so the rabbit escapes. In the meantime, we see their home is isolated in the desert. It is uncertain how far away they are from civilization. Salvador holds himself as a strict man, wanting his son to be tough like him. Yet the boy's mother, Lucia, is much softer. She says he doesn't have to be a man so fast. As Diego talks to his mom inside, we discover that the posts on the land indicate war beyond them. Shortly after, their simple farm life is shown. They go about their days providing for themselves however they can, without the help of others. Then Diego watches his dad work on his shotgun. His mother, however, he observes in a much brighter mood. She holds a dress to herself, telling Diego that her father made it for her before they lived at this place. She is the kind of person who will not let anything drag her down. As long as she lives here peacefully with her family, there isn't much more she wants. Following that, Salvador gives his son a present during dinner. Diego unwraps it to reveal a shotgun. It has his name on it. Salvador demonstrates how to use it properly. His mom gives him a more appropriate present for his age, a tin telephone. After dinner, they use it together. The next scene has the family sitting near a fire. Lucia tells a story to Diego, which he seems to enjoy. He wants to hear another one once she's finished. That is when Salvador starts telling a story instead. It is a story about an evil beast. He describes it as a grotesque creature. The more one fears it, the closer it gets to them. The beast feeds on fear. Salvador says he believes this legend. He wants to keep talking about it, but Lucia feels too uncomfortable with it, sending her son to sleep. On the next day, Salvador and Diego see a boat coming towards them. It contains a man who seems to be lifeless. Salvador touches him, which makes the man's body react. Maybe he's alive after all. At home, Lucia tells her son that other people did that to the man because only bad people exist out there. While they sing near the mirror, Diego sees the injured man enter their house. He points to somewhere outside, not saying anything. Then he picks up a shotgun. Lucia sees this, which makes her get in front of her son. But the man is not interested in taking their lives. He was severely injured, perhaps that was his reason. At night, Diego asks his dad what happened to his sister, because he mentioned her earlier while talking about the beast. Salvador starts by saying his parents treated her badly. He and his sister told each other scary stories long ago. At one point, she told him that she sometimes sees the beast. Every time it would get closer to her. Even though Salvador couldn't see it, she told him it was there. It scared her enough that she wanted to sleep in bed with Salvador, but he did not let her. When he woke up, he saw her standing near the window before jumping out. After that depressing story, Diego asks his father if he sees the beast. The father replies that once you see the beast, you are doomed forever. On the next day, Diego sees his dad getting ready to leave somewhere on a horse. He tells him not to go because there are bad people out there. However, Salvador sets out to deliver the man who yesterday to his family. He had pictures on him. Perhaps that is what Salvador will use to find them. We see he is a man who has a strong sense of family. He believes he has to deliver a lifeless man to them, even if that means endangering his life. Diego can't hold himself back, so he goes to his dad as the man slowly rides away. His last words to his son before leaving are that the boy should take care of his mother. Diego cannot go past the posts as his father does. Then we see Lucia lying with her son. When they walk to the toilet cabin, now it's Lucia who holds the shotgun, though it seems like they are too scared to come to it, because we soon see Diego using a pot as a toilet. As the days go by, the two of them go about their labor without the father. They manage to do the work. On Lucia's birthday, Diego shows her his care by baking her a cake or some bread. It's not easy to say what it is. Afterward, they play with the tin telephone. As they play, Lucia urgently tells her son to get inside the house. She comes out with the shotgun, ready to use it. We don't know what she saw, but nothing comes out. Shortly after that strange event, they go back inside. Going to bed, Diego gets surprised by a girl who seems about his age. She asks him if he saw the beast before she points somewhere. Who is this girl? Where did she come from? Whoever she is, she soon runs to the window. Sunlight arrives unnaturally fast, and with its arrival, the girl vanishes. We see her lying lifeless on the ground beneath the window. As our view approaches her, she says something is coming. At this moment, we should see the resemblance of this happening with the story Salvador told his son. The girl is very likely Salvador's sister. Oddly enough, even though it was a dream, we didn't see anyone wake up from it. On a rainy night, Lucia hears something outside the house. She quickly gets up to collect the shotgun. From the window, she sees someone hiding behind the scarecrow. Diego believes it could be his dad, yet Lucia doesn't think so, and fires the shotgun a few times. Then she runs outside to fire more. The boy panics for his mom, though she soon comes back, saying she scared it away. On the day after, Diego opens the door to see their scarecrow right outside. Lucia thinks the storm dragged it to the door. Their farm is also ruined. Following that, Diego comes to their rabbits. He likes them very much. Lucia comes too. wanting her son to pick one for execution. But he doesn't want to do it. She doesn't either, yet it seems like they don't have a choice in their situation. They must eat. When a rabbit gets destroyed and prepared, Diego cannot eat it. He runs outside due to anger. His mom follows him to point the shotgun at the boy. However, it's not at him, it's being pointed at something behind him. Once Lucia goes there, a sheet from the clothesline falls on Diego, preventing him from seeing what's going on. He hears his mother firing the weapon. Upon freeing himself, he does not see what she saw. He asks if it was closer, and his mother says it was. To that, Diego says the beast did the same to his dad's sister. But Lucia doesn't believe that tale. She firmly says that the girl... Later, they hear something while inside the house. Soon it slams on their door. Though they are scared, Diego is forced to unlock the door. Once he does, Lucia fires at whatever is there. Shortly after, a horse runs by. Lucia says it's his dad's horse. This statement excites Diego, prompting him to run outside to yell out to his father. He does not even realize that he's running into the terrifying night by himself. When he notices, he starts running back to witness something human-like, yet not quite human. It scares him to the point of hiding in the toilet cabin. It creeps around, forcing him to run back home. Inside, Diego sees his father's equipment on the floor. Lucia tells him that he ran out of bullets, so he isn't coming back. She also says that it won't stop until it destroys them. Do those words of hers mean she's starting to believe in the legend of the beast? She says it, not he. Since she says this, Diego gets scared for the rabbit's safety and goes to collect them. At some other time, we see many knives on a table. Lucia takes one to demonstrate on herself which areas of the body need to be stabbed to do serious damage. Diego wants to shoot instead, but Lucia shows him they only have 2 bullets left. As the moments pass, we hear the boy talking to one of his rabbits, Lion. He tells it that everything will get better soon. Again, we see that he loves his rabbits. His mother is not the only one he wants to protect. At some point, Diego sees something behind the window. It doesn't take long for it to start walking on the roof. So Lucia makes her son climb up there through the chimney with the shotgun. Soon enough, he drops the weapon and falls as well. Whatever they're dealing with, it keeps toying with them. Then Lucia equips herself with the weapon. Eventually, she fires at the window, but doesn't earn them anything with it. Now they only have 1 bullet left. The next scene has them taking a bath. Lucia goes underwater while her son counts. She wants to beat him at staying submerged longer. He keeps counting, but after some time, he gets scared for her. So he pulls her up. It seems like his mother is becoming more unpredictable. Their situation is taking its toll on her. Later, Lucia sits carving something, while Diego quietly pulls the shotgun away from her. He briefly sees something through the opening in the roof. Since he makes a frightened sound, his mom catches him with the weapon. She wants him to give it back to her, but the boy thinks it's best not to. She has to threaten to make him do it. However, the gun is useless without its ammo. Diego has the last bullet. He has to hide from his mom in another room. He even resorts to barricading himself. Then he comes out to see her sitting on the floor, talking into the tin telephone. It extends into the window. She gives it to her son, saying it's going to come in. As he listens to the tin, we see what Lucia has carved out of wood. It's supposed to resemble the beast. Whether she consciously believes in the legend or not doesn't matter anymore. Her actions show that she believes it in some level of her mind. Right after, Diego notices she is trying, so he quickly comes to help her by cutting the rope. After that, he places her in bed, tying her there. This situation has affected both of them in opposite ways. Where the mother became weaker by almost, her son grew stronger and is now able to eliminate one of his rabbits to feed his mother. The rabbit he chooses to end is none other than his beloved Lion. Unfortunately, she doesn't want to eat it. What she wants is for Salvador to come back. She keeps repeating it in a distressed state. It causes Diego to lie near her, in his attempt to bring her calm. While they lie, the telephone tin rolls their way. Once Diego picks it up, something tugs at it, so he throws it in that direction. Shortly after, it rolls back in. Picking it up a second time, Diego places it near his ear to hear the words his mom will tell him. At that point, he cuts the ropes restraining his mother. Then he takes her into another room where he hides behind a chair. Soon enough, he notices she is not there with him. Going to look for her, he finds a lot of hair in the bedroom. Afterward, the boy finds her with short hair, while wearing the red dress she showed him. The bizarre thing, though, is that she's pretending to cradle a baby, which is the doll she carved. The lady has lost her mind. Now it becomes highly uncertain that she could deal with this situation in any positive way. Lucia asks if he would like to sit with them. She also starts talking about a fun activity they could do tomorrow, forgetting about their terrifying circumstance. Diego wants her to come with him to the toilet. When they stand outside the house, she pushes him out and locks the door. This prompts him to collect an axe to start hacking away at the door. Once he makes a big enough hole, Diego unlocks the door. But upon entering the house, he finds his mom lying injured on the floor, holding a knife. He sees the beast in the room. When it starts coming at them, Diego protects his mother, as she protected him from the injured man many days before. The boy places their final bullet into the shotgun and fires it at the beast. Following that, he spills gasoline on the floor to light the place on fire. We see the tin telephone start burning. Diego then drags his mother out to place her in a wheelbarrow. He struggles to push her away from the house. From a good distance, he looks back to see their house burning. All the time he spent there with his parents will now become a severed memory. The shotgun burns too. After we see that, Diego gathers his courage to go beyond the posts with his mom. During the daytime, he reaches a respectable amount of water. He calls out to his mother, yet she doesn't respond. Sadly, he is forced to say farewell to her because she has passed away. So he lets her go into the water. As he stands there, we see that in his eye, he sees the beast. But he doesn't seem so afraid now. He remembers a playful time he had with his mom. With that memory, he starts walking alone along the plains. What will he encounter in his travels? With the worst behind him, his life is now going to be completely different.